Hey y'all, Save Tonight here, and welcome to the channel. I wanted to kind of create a video here because a lot of people have been asking me, how do you make your shorts? How do you make your YouTube shorts? And I kind of wanted to make just kind of like a quick tutorial about how we kind of make our shorts, how we get them done, and all that good stuff. So, before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's kind of get right to it. So, first thing we're going to do is you're going to need Miku Miku Dance. So Miku Miku Dance is a free program. Google it. You can download it. It's very easy. It's free, and it's a model manipulation program, essentially. So the first thing you're going to need for to make these kind of shorts is going to be we're going to need a model. We're going to need, obviously, Miku Miku Dance. And then we're going to need to do some poses. So the first thing we're going to do is obviously get our model. I get my models from Genshin Impact. You can get a bunch of different models from DeviantArt. You can get models from Belly. There's tons of different places you can get models. You can just download them and import them directly. If you use VR chat, you can do that too. Down here where it says like model manipulation, you can hit load. And you'll be able to load your model in once you download it. So here for us, we're going to load in our Nilou model. And now you see our Nilou model. So the next thing we need to do is we need to kind of manipulate now the movement of Nilou. So see these different circles? These circles here, you can move them using these kinds of X, Y, Z axis. So for example, we can do something like that, and we'll see how she kind of kicks. You kind of move her leg around kind of in a funky little way. Up top here, you have your frames. So for example, obviously there's like, in Miku Miku Dance uses a lot of 30 frames per second, but you can change it to 60. We're going to go to a 60 frame, for example. And this is what Nilou's going to look like at frame 60. So let's just kick her leg out here, and we'll move her arm inward. And this one will move inward as well. So she's going to look silly, but bear with me. We're going to register down here where it says bone manipulation. We're going to register this movement. And now you'll see that this position now, this position is saved. So this position will be the locked position that Nilou will be in by the time that the video hits frame 60. So if we hit play, which is down here, you'll see she'll have that T-pose, and then she'll move her arm over. I didn't save the leg, unfortunately. I kind of messed it up there. So, but you'll see I didn't actually have to do every single frame. She just went to that pose. So that's kind of how you kind of do the animation. Now, you can save your poses, and you can preemptively load them up. So, for example, this is a pose that I've been kind of working on, kind of like a shush pose, essentially. So you could kind of put Nilou in this position here, and we're going to save it here again to frame 60. And when we hit play, she moves into that shushing kind of position, right? And that's kind of where the video ends because I haven't gone anywhere past 60 frames. So if we added another pose, so let's say at 75, I load another pose. Let's just use this for example. And we register here. If we hit play, you'll see she does that pose first, and then she'll do like the kind of backing up position. So that's how we get those poses. So you could save her entire motion and load that in if you'd like. So if you do something like that, you'll look, and it will take some time depending on how good of a computer you have. This is something that definitely does require some graphical kind of power because you are going to render the video outwards. So it is going to take some kind of computing power for sure. But you'll see that in this case, right, we have Nilou kind of like standing there. She's going to do her super low pose thing. And then, right, because that's the one we saved earlier. And now this is going to be kind of like the animation that we kind of did earlier. So this is actually one of our other shorts that we did kind of previously. And that's pretty much it. Once you get all those kinds of different positions, if you look over here, you'll see there's a lot of different positions that we did to kind of get that video. So it definitely takes some work for sure. Then you just hit File, you hit Render to AVI, and that'll output a video. So, and then you then from there you can kind of edit it however you like. If you want a background, you can go here, up top background. You can load a picture to kind of change the background. You can just make it black if you want. You can obviously remove the grid lines if you want. And that's pretty much how you make one of the shorts. So I know this is kind of like a quick and dirty video to kind of just quickly show over things. I didn't want to make it too long, but I kind of just wanted to show you guys the things that you're going to need to kind of make these kinds of videos and how you kind of do them. So hopefully that kind of answers some questions for everybody. To kind of like, okay, like, you know, what do I need? How do I get started? Where do I even begin? You can look up poses online. They do have poses online that you kind of just preemptively kind of go into. If you yourself are a dancer, you can also track your own motions. So there is a trace mode where you can kind of trace the model itself, and you can kind of record that motion so that way you don't have to do every single pose. So there is kind of a bunch of different things you can do to kind of you know, do something along those lines. So there's definitely there's motion capture, everything. So sometimes it's a little bit easier for people just to physically do it, and then they kind of capture their own kind of dance moves and then kind of import it into the model. So you can do that too, which is kind of a neat thing to do. So hopefully this gets you all started. You know, let me know any comments below about anything that you want to specifically see, and hopefully this answers some questions about how we get these shorts done. But that's it for me, y'all. Take care. Peace.